What's up, Bobby?
What's up?
Bob Rock's in the house.
Yeah, what's up? I'm fucking chilling here with the Rude Boy, 420 on a Wednesday. You know what time it is.
It is 420, that's right. And I like to, first off, I like to say welcome to Ask Rudy Anything. Now, a lot of people been hitting me up, Bob, and they're like, well, ask Rudy anything. And I said, yeah, ask Rudy anything. Hey, man, you might want to know, my opinion on something. I don't know. Or you might want to know the lottery numbers for tonight. Why are we all cut off? Are we cut off?
I'm fixing that.
Hang on a minute. Bobby's, don't go nowhere, you guys. We're still here.
Yeah, man.
That's right. Anywho, we got so much going on. Oh my God, do we got so much going on? This week we have Taco Fest, which is going down at Canterbury Village. Canterbury Village in Lake Orion, but we will be across the street at the big amphitheater. I'm talking about the Wildwood Amphitheater, and that's in Lake Orion. It's right down the street from Great Lakes Crossing. It's going to be a good time, man. A lot of food, and it's a taco fest. So
It's going to be wild, man. There's going to be so many different events there. Dancing, tequila tasting.
yeah, taco tasting.
Yeah.
Of course, International Big Time Wrestling is going to be there, and Cruising the Barrio. We're going to be doing an old school set, complete with Rudy, myself, DJ Carlito, and the Cisco Kid. Santana will be rocking the stage with us as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check out OrionEvents.com for all of your information. And shout out to Major Productions for bringing us aboard on this. It's going to be a lot of fun. What else do we got going on? We got so much going on. We got the Gathering of the Juggalos coming up.
It's coming. It's rolling every day. We're getting a little bit closer. They're starting to do announcements, introducing some of the music acts like KRS-One. And
Yeah.
it's going to be really exciting. I look forward to the weather and the women and,
The weather and the women.
just trying to be honest with our viewers. We got some shout-outs. FWO in the house.
Fat World Order, what up?
Also, Leroy Jenkins and a couple other people stopping by to say hello already. And we are just getting started. It's the movie edition.
Yeah, it is the movie edition, and we're going to talk about movies, but we're going to talk about anything and everything.
Still always ask Rudy anything. But, we don't want to just bore you with the same old shows, so we got some topics today. We're going to talk about the best movies, the worst movies, and everything in between.
Well, I got to tell you right now, I am I can't say that. I love watching movies. I really do. I'm fascinated by them. But some movies, they just don't do shit for me, and it's like the whole world loves some of the movies that I absolutely hate. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later.
Interesting.
How about get a lighter that works, bro?
This is RoX-TV. We don't just get rid of things because we do. We shed some fat this year.
We did, man. We got rid of some dead weight, some people, some things that really, look, man, I'll keep it real with our viewers and to our listeners, man. For real, on the real. I am the guy in the world that gives everybody an opportunity and gives them a chance. That's real talk. So once upon a time, someone did that for me, and I like to think that I continue to bless other people just like I was blessed. But the problem is some people, they think that they are what's the word like entitled. They're perfect, entitled to all this greatness when you ain't really did shit, and so that's when you have to go bye-bye.
So we're airing everything out. I'm sick of people coming and saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then they join the crew for 6 to 8 months, a year, but they still have never done those opening things they talked about doing.
Right.
And
That's
it's
true.
and we're over here doing.
That's true,
Don't
man.
come to hang out and watch us do. Come to work.
The deal is with RoX-TV is that when we come to work at RoX-TV, we all sit down and everybody brings something to the table for the feast. Everybody does. And then you've got some that just come for the grub and not to give. And again, you know, like I said, in anybody out there want to shit talk and talk about how RoX-TV, whatever RoX-TV, we do the best. And when I mean the best, I mean just take a look at our latest music video, bro.
Oh my God, Electro, Mall Cops. We were lucky enough to work with a space alien, man.
It's so true. And the thing is, Bob, real talk, that is just the tip of the iceberg of what kind of magic that RoX-TV can provide.
Oh, yes. What we want you to do is come to us with your dream, your vision, your idea, and together we mold it into reality.
It's true. It's true. And the thing is that I know there's a lot of video makers out there and there's a lot of this and that. Just like Bob said, we sit you down and we say, what's your vision? Where's it at? How do you want it? And all visions come with a price. Yep. And some are a little higher than others.
We want you to tell us your budget and we'll tell you what's possible. We don't do any cookie cutter videos, whether they be music videos, commercials, or anything. Everything is made from scratch.
It's true. Made from scratch. More than that, man, it comes from love because we love what we do. We love the fact that we can do this and provide entertainment for you guys, man. It means the world to us, you know. And I'm excited to say that we've got so much coming up, Bob. It's going to blow people's minds. It really is, man. I mean, you know, just like we just said, you know, the full coverage that we're going to be doing at the Gathering of the Juggalos, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
If you want to be part of that, you know, and you see us filming at the Gathering and you have something willing or good to contribute, you know, speak with us. We're making content out there. So approach us, talk to us. You want to shoot a music video, a commercial, you got a small business, you're an art person, hit us up. We're doing business.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, that's real talk right there. And also, I do want to say that Chicano Fest is just around the corner. Chicano Fest Part 2 at the Michigan Squeeze Station on Sunday, August 20th. What you trying to get me high, bro? August 28th, noon till 5 p.m. We have so many vendors. We have so much music, so much food. It's going to be off the chain. We are excited. We have a special kids zone with the free bouncy house and the coloring contest. We're going to have a coloring contest. We're having a cumbia dance contest. That's right. The lucky couple that wins $100, man.
That's great. $100 is it's a lot of help nowadays with, you know, gas and food prices. So.
It's true. And the festival is absolutely 100% free. It's a good way to take your family out, listen to some good music, enjoy some really good grub around some really good people. And if you would like to be a part of Chicano Fest and you have your own small business, we need to talk to you because we're helping you out because we have vendor spaces. And let me tell you something, we work with your budget. That's what we do. Real talk, real talk. Last year, we lost some money last year, and we intend on doing the same this year. But what we are offering is to the community, and that's the most. I mean, that's when you're rich when you see those smiles, Bobby.
If you're in that chat room, drop that like button, and let me go as far as to say this, Rudy. I feel like the Michigan Squeeze Station is worth a drop-in or a visit any day of the week. And with Chicano Fest going on there, you just can't lose.
It's true. You're absolutely right. You're a testament, and I am, to the good food at the Squeeze Station. I mean, amazing.
I went in there a few weeks ago to do some work, and I was, in a hurry, so I didn't eat. And I spoke with the owner, Denise, and I said, Denise, I'm really hungry. What do you got going on? And she said, we're doing turkey burgers today. Well, I'm on this no carb, you know. So she was like, I can make it into a wrap for you. And a wrap is like half the carbs of bread. And it was amazing. I'm not even lying to you. It was so good.
Yeah, man. When she said a wrap, I thought she was going to bust out a rap to you. And then
I bet she can flow.
You know what? She's an amazing woman. She is someone who I'm happy to call a friend, Denise Lopez, over there at the Squeeze Station. And look, if you can't come out to Chicano Fest, just like my partner said, go there and say hi to them. Make sure you tell them that Rudy and Bobby sent you. And that would be really cool. And try some of their amazing food and their outrageous drinks. I mean, they are just like... Man, they put some concoctions together, and you think to yourself, well, I don't know how that's going to taste. It's delicious. I promise you that. If you like it a little infused and you like it, a little bit of that, they'll do that for you as well. And if you just don't partake in that, no worries. You can still enjoy a good burger or good fajitas or whatever is on the menu that particular day.
If you consider yourself a Detroiter, stop in there and get the Belle Isle. That's a smoothie that's just absolutely delicious.
The Belle Isle.
Orange and mango and pineapple. Oh. And it's really good. And agave syrup, so it's a lot healthier than this regular sugar.
Right.
But, I don't want to drown them in love, but they're all about community.
Yes.
They're about art. They're about music. They're about food. They're about 420. Like, you just can't get a better place to hang out and have an event.
I agree with that.
That's all I got to say.
I agree with that. I hope that's not all you got to say. We have a whole damn show to do.
About the Squeeze Station.
Oh, okay.
But we do got a question in the chat room. OG Wrestling Fan 17 says, Rudy, who or what would be your main stage night at the Gathering of Dreams? Who would be the artists? So they're not just asking you who you would like to play. They want to know your lineup.
Oh, my lineup? Oh, if I had 5 artists or groups for the Gathering, if I had my night for an ultimate and in a realistic world too as well, because of course I'd put Prince on there, but that's not realistic. What is realistic is LA Guns being on that stage. That's right. I know you guys are tripping. You guys are like, LA Guns at the Gathering? Hell yes. But you
asked him what he wanted. You
know
what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what he wants.
Number 2, Ozo Motley. For those of you who don't know who Ozo Motley is, you need to, I promise you this, Bobby, you need to look up Ozo Motley. Ozo Motley is one of the best groups to ever come out of Los Angeles. One of my dear friends is in the group, Will Dog. He's the bass player.
I totally trust you, man. You had me looking up songs all day, and I'm thinking the whole time, I'm going to be jamming this over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you'll feel about Ozo Motley. Carlito and I, we were blessed last year that we got to open for Ozo Motley back in June at the L Club, sold out L Club. Wow. Yeah, it was really cool. And
so we got LA Guns, Ozo Motley.
Then, man, I would be remiss if I didn't even say this because, man, this seriously is one of my favorite groups of all time, and it's Public Enemy would be my next group on my Gathering of Dreams.
Dude, Public Enemy is where it's at. Chuck D.
Yes, and then of course I would have returning to the Gathering another dope ass set by the great George Clinton.
Oh, George
of
Clinton.
P-Funk.
We were just talking about him earlier.
Yes, and then finally for my night at the Gathering of the Dreams, with all of that flavor that I just put right there, with all of that, I would say, and this is no joke whatsoever, I would say, put it down for my boys. Are you listening up? Oh, wait.
I'm all ears.
Wait, oh, and by the way, I got a comedian on my stage too.
Woo!
And his name is George Lopez. But yeah, that'll be dope too.
Is he local?
He's not local. He's local if you're in California. And we looked him up one time before about doing an event. And he doesn't get on a plane, Bobby, for less than 125.
Holy schmucks.
125,000. He doesn't even consider to get on a plane, bro. And yeah. And then finally, man, my favorite, the last ones that I would have, and I bet you guys would dig. I know you guys would dig them. I know it, man. Especially my juggalos who are just hip to the scene of just having free love and enjoying life, man. And that would be the Great War. Would be playing The Gathering of the Juggalos, man. Yes.
And today, when we were doing some music research for upcoming cruising projects, I had no idea how many of those amazing songs that I had loved were sung by War.
Yeah, you were telling me that, man. Yeah, we were tripping out on that.
Obviously, I've heard, Why Can't We Be Friends, but I didn't know that was them. And
yeah.
What was the other one that I was just like, I'll think of it, but yeah.
It was Why Can't We Be Friends, and it was also Spill the Wine.
I had no idea. If you would have said to me, 3 days ago, is Spill the Wine and Lowrider the same band?
Shout out to everybody who's watching today. Man, I
please
definitely
share the feed, man.
I got to shout out Cisco Kid who's watching right now. He's getting ready to get out of school this week. Of course, I'm talking about my son Santana, who's going to be rocking the main stage at the Taco Fest this weekend with us. You know what he does, man.
I'm just going to be eating tacos, but we're going to let Santana do all the work.
That's how I used to do Carlito. Now I have to carry all of Carlito's gear.
I'm looking forward to Taco Fest. So I think you got two more artists. You said George Lopez. You got one more person.
I said War.
War. Okay, yeah, you did finish it off. Okay.
Yeah, I did say War. But I'd like to, you know what I'd like to know? I would like to know what y'all are doing. What's happening? What's talk to us? You know what, man? Fuck that. Look, we're talking about the worst and best films of all time.
Oh, yeah, we are. And what I was saying earlier is share the feed.
Yeah, share the feed, please.
Show, the more people that are in here with questions, the better show you're going to see.
And the longer we go.
So help us out, share the feed, and let's get these questions rolling. The first one says, Bob Rocks, what do you think of the movie Blood In, Blood Out? And let me tell you, I think that it's been so hyped up to me that it's like my virginity, and I just don't know who I want to fucking share it with.
Well, here's the deal about Blood In, Blood Out. We've been riding Bobby Rock's ass for the years about seriously.
Let's say all of this year for sure.
Well, we're giving it to him hard.
About it last year.
We're giving it to him hard because we're like, yo, man, you never seen Blood In, Blood Out, man. Everybody has seen Blood In, Blood Out. And he's like, no. So we sat here one day when he illegally downloaded it. Allegedly. But anyways, we sat there and he was like, man, this is like 3 hours long. I was like, yeah, it's a saga. It's not just a film. It's a saga. And this was like 4 months ago when he did that. And every week we come into the office and we're like, hey, so you check out Blood In, Blood Out? He was like, nah, I haven't gotten to it. I had to watch this paint dry at my house one afternoon, so I didn't have time, bro. I had to watch the paint dry. Who else was going to do it? This guy.
I'm going to watch it tomorrow. Tonight I'm taking over the world.
You're gonna watch it tomorrow?
Yeah. Thursday.
No, you ain't, man.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? You talk about your Blood In, Blood Out virginity. I lost my shrooms gym virginity last week.
Yep. I witnessed it myself. Dabbled in a little micro dosing, and it's really good for people. Do the research out there. It's good to fight depression and anxiety. Small doses. Don't go balls to the wall, take a bunch of shrooms, and then call and say that I got you fucked up. I'm telling you right now, a cap or two, you'll be great.
What I took like this.
He
this
took a half.
Bit, and you know what? And it made me feel right. It made me feel good. It made me really alert. Like everything was wide open. You know, and
the fun thing is we never stopped working. We might have been a little slower than normal, but we got some really creative shit.
We
done
did,
that
man.
day.
In a lot of that Luca Milky Way was because of that as well. Because we were looking at the shots through a different lens.
That's how crazy professional we are. A song about shrooms required a little shroom experimenting to create. Why? Because we want to give you the best product we can give you.
We really do. And so anyways, blood in, blood out. Blood in, blood out. Let me just say this.
Can you give me the plot?
Well, the plot is
it's about a gang, correct?
No, it's about a family. It's not really about a gang. It's
more
about
mafia style?
These two brothers and their cousin. And their cousin always gets it bad because he's like he's Mexican, but he's half white. And so he's not white enough for the whites and he's not Mexican enough for the Mexicans. So he's really in a dilemma and he really wants to be accepted. And he'll do anything for that exception cuz he wants to be down. And let's just say this, man. He becomes more Chicano than the Chicanos in the movie, man, because he goes out raw. He goes out raw, and it's his story. It's his two cousins' story. The one cousin is a great artist, like the Hood Picasso. Great, yeah. He's dope, blah, blah, blah. And the other brother is like a hardcore street thug. But when you see where their lives go, all three of them, when you see where their lives go, bro, you're going to watch that, and it's 3 hours and 10 minutes. You're going to be like, how the fuck? There's no way, man. It's over with already? Serious, man, serious. If anyone wants to back me up on the chat room or if anyone wants to let us know what you felt about Blood In, Blood Out.
I love it because I love great movies. My friends love great movies. And I think we're going to be on the same page.
See, but that's how we are with Blood In, Blood Out, Carlito's Way, all those type of movies. But your idea of a great movie is not my idea of a great movie.
Well, we're going to find out.
Because you like Star Wars. And see, I think Star Wars was shit.
But here's the thing.
I mean that.
I like fish sandwiches. But I also like burgers. You like burgers. You might not like fish sandwiches. My liking Star Wars doesn't affect my taste in regular movies.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know this. All of the classics, like Star Wars, like Avatar, like what's another one of those monumental movies that everyone loved? Whatever it is, whatever it is.
Get to the chat room in a minute.
Whatever it is, like Avatar, Star Wars, like those movies didn't just do it for me. You know, I just think it's not my thing. You know, like I like comedies and I like street stuff, and those are the kind of movies that I really like.
And I respect that. And what I can say about Star Wars and Avatar was a little far-fetched, and for me it was hard to follow too. I say I sort of enjoyed it, but I never watched it twice. Star Wars, though, the whole movie was kind of based on the sci-fi like action stuff from the 30s and 40s, how it was all corny. I don't know. And then it just got carried away, man. And they made another one. They made another one. They made another one.
Hey, Bob, you know what? Before you go any further, no, because I got a personal Ask Rudy, and I can't answer it. Only you can answer it. This female friend of mine wants to know, why'd you shave off the mustache? What happened to the stash?
Okay. See, when I first did it, I had no idea the attention I would get. And, 4 restraining orders later, they all want to ride it. And
they want to ride the stash.
And after a while, I got to basically say, thanks for coming to Wally World, folks, but we're closed for 2 weeks. It's coming back.
The moose outside should have told you.
Right. It's coming back, but I needed a break, man. I can't always be a damn fucking star.
Why not?
I don't know.
I do it every day, bro.
Truth is, I was drinking and I shaved it off, and I don't remember why.
Okay, there you have it. So there you have it. What are they saying in the chat room? What's happening with my friends?
I don't even want to know now. Well, Vatos Locos forever.
Vatos Locos forever. This fool don't know about it because he didn't even watch the damn movie. Man, he says he's watching it tomorrow. So I'm not even going to fucking call his house all day because I want to make sure he doesn't miss 1 inch or 1 second of Blood In, Blood Out. Also known as Bound by Honor.
There's LB Sickening in the chat. He wants to thank RoX-TV for doing a write-up on him earlier this year. Man, I appreciate the thanks, man. The best thanks you could do is just keep sharing it, man.
Yes, no doubt.
You got that article, just keep sharing it. Give me some Chan.
Give me some. See, you watch the movie. Give me some Chan.
Oh shit!
Oh my God, that's Popeye. Real suave, Al.
Hey, and we even got some spam in here. Cheaper than Tinder. Anyway, Rudy, you being a boxing fan.
Yes, I am.
Who takes the throne now that Floyd Mayweather is out of the picture?
Oh man, I gotta tell you something, man. I'm not really the boxing aficionado. It's DJ Carlito. But we love boxing so much. I mean, when Carlito was a boxer, man, it was like me living my dreams through my son, man. And he was good. He was real good. Oh, my God. Anyways, right now, Floyd Mayweather, yeah, he's out. I think he's still going to do one more. I really, really do. And, I mean, there's still some guys that are up and coming like Benavidez and Bocheca, and I mean, there's all these up-and-comers coming up, but even though he lost his last fight, because I do believe in my heart he took it way too lightly, I would say Canelo is still the next box office draw. He's, people still want to hear from him. They still want to see him fight. But I'm telling you, right on the heels of him is Benavidez, man. He is right there. I mean, right there. And, the Charlo brothers and them guys ain't shit. And Danny Garcia, he ain't shit, man, But I'll tell you what, I could talk boxing for days, man. And so I know our rating system just took a long tip.
Well, let me ask you this. After I say, anyone who super chats, we're going to ring the bell for you. We got the wrestling bell.
Yep.
We're going to ring the bell, and your question or comment or whatever you want to talk about takes priority, even with some follow-ups. So, speaking of follow-ups,
yes, sir.
With boxing, what is, because your son was in boxing and everything.
So was my daughter.
So, what advice would you give for someone who wants to become a boxer?
Man, first off, can you take being punched in the face no less than 40 times in a 3-minute round? If you could take that, first off, you're crazy. Secondly, you're tough as nails, and this might be the profession for you. For those of you who think that it's all Rocky and it's none of that. It's none of that. I watched Carlito with one punch get sent to his ass. by a guy named Justin Worlds in Toledo, Ohio. It was in Defiance where the fight was, but Carlito got right back up. But I tell you what, man, reality checks your ass when you're on the ground looking at the lights, you know. So, but I see, we got the
studio dog got upset.
Studio dogs, Matt. All right,
$5. Anya Garcia. And she says, "Hola, mi amor. Thank you for being there for me. And always." All right, enough.
So you didn't know we had guards we got guard dogs in our joint. That's
Hola,
right.
mi amor. Thank you for being there for me and always when I lost my mama. You have made the experience a little less harder, and I respect and love you always.
Bob's leaving. He's good. Look, he's going to put the dog out now. See, dummy, you made all that noise. You could have been chilling here in the studio, but now. We got super chats left and right, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I do want to say this. Oh, man, I got to shout out so many people right now. I do got to shout out. I got to shout out, of course, my homeboy, Murray, who lives in Youngstown, Ohio, and he just lost his mom, man. So sorry to hear that. We ain't doing nothing but sending out prayers and love to you, my boy. And, you know, you got my number. You know what to do. Shout out to my homeboy Dave Shank, who today turns 50 years old. Dave Shank, DJ Shank, that y'all might know him as, but I tell you what, man, he is my brother, and I love him. And it's really strange, like you know, he's a part of the M&E camp, and you know I'm psychopathic till I die, and we are just the closest of friends, man. It's the truth. And
but every once in a while, you know, people are people, you know, and that goes beyond race, and it goes beyond age, and it goes beyond where you work.
That's true, man. You're right about that. And you know, in a few weeks ago, Dave lost his mom, and that was a tough one, you know, because he was my support through my daughter's cancer, and I was his support through his mother's cancer. And yeah, it really sucked. But I do want to say this, man, that she's in a better place and not suffering. And let me also once again state to the world, happy birthday to my homeboy Shank. I love you, man.
Happy birthday, Shank, and thank you, Anya. I'm really sorry about your mom. I want to shout out my mom, just say I love her, you know, and people need to if their mom's still around, you know.
Yeah, that's right, man, because I'm going to tell you what.
It don't have to be Mother's Day.
Exactly, man. Bless your mama every day. If you have her still here, you know what? The toughest thing, and everyone always told me, oh, you'll get over it, it'll get easier. Man, that shit never got easy when my mom died. Or my dad. I hate it. I hate it to this day, bro. I'm just like, yo, man, come on. That sucks. But you know what? As long as you got friends that can, and family members that can, you know, ease the pain, that's basically what you get, man.
OG Wrestling Fan says, Rudy, you ever tried mushrooms? OG Wrestling Fan, you ever tried showing up at 420? Because we talked about this.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yes. We've already discussed mushrooms.
But I didn't want
and how I did take my very first microdose last week. And I'll tell you what, that day, we were more creative than we've ever been. Did we get a lot of work done? Well, that's a different story.
But it's the quality of work. You know, when we do projects for you, we're not going to always guarantee it's done the next day, but we are going to guarantee it's done right.
Hey, you know who else I want to shout out? I want to shout out my boy Benny, my grandson, Bruiser Benny, and I know they're over there listening and watching, and I love them. I love them all. I'm a lucky dude, man. You know Bruiser Benny.
Yes. He always tells me about the letter of the day.
He sure does. He sure does.
Uncle Bob. Today is the movie edition, so I want to get into some fun here with you real quick. Now, you always do in your journalism pieces word association.
It's true.
It's a fun game for you.
I love it.
So we're going to reverse it on you real quick, and I'm just going to drop some movie genres, and I want you to say the first one that pops in your head. It doesn't have to be your favorite.
Okay.
I just want to see what comes up.
I got you.
Okay.
So there's no wrong answer.
We'll start easy. Yeah, no, it's just what pops in your head.
Gotcha.
Comedy.
Up in Smoke.
Yes, great movie. Horror.
Exorcist.
Oh, that's a creepy
That shit still scares me today, Bob. I'm 51 years old, man. I'm scared to death of that.
When she goes down the stairs.
Oh, that backwards walk. Dude, what's creepy is when she starts talking to the priest as his mother, man, with in the Italian language, man. I was like, oh shit, that's scary, man. And then when she did to that crucifix, like what? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that chick, man. like we were doing these autograph signings at these Comic Cons. Me and Jump Steady.
Right.
They would send us out on the road and we go to them. And I was on so many Comic Cons with Linda Blair, who played her. I still wouldn't go near her. I wouldn't go near her. Excuse me. She came up to me at one in Pittsburgh and she was like, now I've seen you guys everywhere. You guys got a big following. Everyone wants your autograph. Who are you? I told her who he was. She started to tell me who she was. I was like, I know who you are. Fuck you. I'm scared. Plus, she used to fucking bang Rick James. You know that, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a weird combination.
Well, it's a weird combination, but, you know, Rick James was a super freak.
Are you ready?
He's super freaking.
Drama.
Drama. Drama. Blood in, blood out.
Cool. So I got a question from OG Wrestling Fan 17. He says, Bobby, what's your favorite comedy? This is such a hard question.
Jeez.
And honestly, my brain just keeps going to Vacation.
Oh, the Griswolds.
The first Vacation, Wally World. It's just, it don't even matter how many times you're sitting on the couch, you've seen it already. It's going to make you laugh. It's just so ridiculous.
Man, if you know, and now that I'm older and I've seen it and I've watched it with Santana and Sonia, you know, and they're just little things that I missed.
Right.
Where I'm like, you know, this is the funniest shit ever, you know? And one that comes to mind is when they're in the ghetto. And the guy and the kid says, hey, do you know who the Commodores are? Dude, the guys who were out there playing those street thugs, that was the Commodores, bro.
That's fucking crazy.
That's so great. That's the Commodores, bro.
That's fucking great.
Man, oh my God.
So many runners up. Animal House.
Yes.
Animal House. Oh my God.
Yes, man. Bluto.
He was ridiculous. That whole ending scene where they
with the parade.
Float. Yeah.
Oh man. God. But the best is when they go to see Otis Day in the Nights.
Yep.
You know you make me want to shout. Check my hands up and shout.
Which I always preferred the Otis Day version over the Beatles.
Yes.
I don't like the Beatles pop music.
No? Why don't you like it, man? I want to hold your hand.
I don't want to hold your hand, but I do like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I like Come Together, you know, but I played out on it.
Yeah. Okay, back to the movie now. You know, that was one of your runners up.
The comedy, there's so many of them. let's just talk about it like this. Jim Carrey, I loved a lot of his movies. Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Those are some of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like for me, like when I said Up in Smoke from Cheech and Chong, that was in my lifetime when I remember as a child laughing out loud at a movie.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose that as number one. But I've got, like you said, I've got some honorable mentions. And one of them is Steve Martin in 1980 in the movie The Jerk.
Oh
and
my God.
He played a guy named Navin Johnson who was adopted by a black family. So he grew up thinking he was black the whole time. And
he was a little slow.
He was a little slow, and the reason why I laugh is because everything about Steve Martin is Snow White, including his hair. And but I got to tell you something. You talk about an all-star cast in that movie. They had everybody from the 70s and early 80s in that film, and that was really cool. And my other runner-up, if I may real quickly, Bob, my other runner-up from funny movies, and this is no lie, man, from top to bottom, I laughed my ass off. Even I just watched it the other day with Santana, was Billy Madison, man. Billy Madison with Adam Sandler.
Such a funny movie.
Remember he has to go back to school and that shit was funny, man.
So funny.
And man, Veronica Vaughn, who was his teacher, oh my God, she was so fine.
My number 3 favorite comedy, Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy, man. God, see?
Chris Farley was a legend, and he was part of the 27 Club, unfortunately.
I know, and that's terrible, man. And you know, once upon a time, Chris Farley bought online in an auction John Belushi shoes.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
but cool.
And they said that John Belushi's shoe was 1 inch shorter than Chris Farley's foot. But Chris pushed those things on because he always wanted to walk around in John Belushi's shoes. Man, how crazy is that?
That is crazy, and they're both legends.
Oh, man, no doubt. But you know what? And also, if you're going to mention Chris Farley from Tommy Boy, you have to mention his partner, Dave Spade, man.
Dude, and he's still making people laugh. He's part of that whole crew with Adam Sandler, and they drop movies. They work hard. It's crazy how many movies they put out a year.
You know, one of my favorite, well, they've only made 2 of them, but I really liked it, was a thing called Grown Ups. Did you see that, man?
Yes, I see
that was really cool,
actually.
And what was cool is it was for the whole family, you know.
Mm-hmm. My son actually showed it to me. He's 11, and he thinks it's one of the funniest movies ever.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. And let me also say this: I definitely want to shout out. Not only is it a comedy, but it's also a musical. Can you guess what I'm going to say?
I have a guess.
Well, say your guess. Bob's high as hell, you guys.
I don't want to guess. I'm on the spot. Don't put me on the spot. It's a comedy, it's a musical, and what era?
Oh, that would be in the 80s.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors?
No, sir.
I knew it wasn't. I had to throw a guess out there.
But it's really difficult to even... It's the Blues Brothers.
Is a musical?
Well, throughout the whole movie, they're doing music scenes, you know.
Fair enough.
You know, even
don't think of it.
Right. Even
that was a trick question.
Even when they're at the where they're buying the keyboards and stuff with Ray Charles, and he shoots at that kid and stuff. Then all of a sudden they break out into song. You know, that's or Aretha Franklin at the restaurant, and she breaks out and starts singing "Think" to her husband. I'd say that's a musical, man. That's like Grease, bro. Oh, by the way, I love Grease.
Grease, yeah.
Grease is the word.
Tell me more.
That chick was hot. That one, man. Her name was Cherry?
Yeah.
Mon Cherry?
2 people in the chat room have said Naked Gun.
Naked Gun's is shit, man. I love it, man. It's really funny, man. Leslie Nielsen was a comical genius, man.
And it's even more funny when you look back at O.J. Simpson acting. I don't know. Just
he was really good in that movie, man.
The story of his life just makes it even funnier to me.
Oh my gosh. Do you think he was guilty?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do think he was guilty, and it only because of the way he acted about it. If he wouldn't have done the white Bronco run, if he would have just turned himself in, or you know what I mean?
Right, because he did take that Bronco for a ride.
If you run, you did it. And then he
was talking about he was going to kill himself. Why are you going to kill yourself if you didn't do it?
Now, a lot of people know about double jeopardy. After you've been acquitted, you can't be tried for the same crime twice. He wrote a book after called If I Did It. And it was just to analyze.
Did he for real?
Yes.
Are you serious?
He wrote a book called If I Did It, and it analyzed the whole thing about him doing it. And obviously he was trying to say he didn't do it, but he did. And,
you know what?
And he was the biggest proof in my life that if you have money, you can get away with a lot. It's crazy.
Including murder. Wow, that's crazy, man.
He hired what was called the Dream Team. He had Johnny Cochran and Shapiro and a bunch of others that were hotshot lawyers.
They sure were, man. And you know what? They changed the justice system forever, man. I mean, really. Like when that morning or that afternoon when they read the verdict, I was like, 2 things. I was like, okay. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
That guy just got away with murder.
Yeah, basically.
And 2 was
kind of.
2 was man, this justice system is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is. The crazy thing is, I want to say his quality of life changed, but he still kicks it and golfs all the time and shit like that.
He does, man.
You know what I mean? So.
He just lives like, hey, yeah, I'm O.J. Simpson. What's up? You want an autograph? Like,
Before we get off his subject, I will say one more thing. He, probably 5 to 10 years ago, got busted breaking and entering and stealing his own memorabilia back from somebody he sold it to.
Yeah, man.
He went to prison for that.
Yeah, he did. He went to prison. He did, 2 years, man. Yeah. And, but let me say this, man. The dude, I guess, owed him money or something. He was like, "No, I'm taking my shit back." Like, what are you doing? You're just taking your shit back.
And they were, basically any reason to put him behind bars and say, "Ha ha, we finally got you."
Right, that's true, man.
You know what I mean? They didn't care what the story was. He didn't go about it the right way.
Hey, man, obviously he did go about it the right way because this motherfucker got away with murder.
So you said
he did it the right way.
You said your favorite drama is Blood In, Blood Out.
Blood In, Blood Out, and a close second, like real close second, is Carlito's Way. The movie was so brilliant that I named my beautiful son after the movie, and that's the truth. And but the story, you think it's a gangster movie, but it's not. It's really a love story. And it just happens to have all these gangster elements in it. And the guy just wants to get away from the life of crime. He just wants to go away with his lady, and he want to raise their son that's coming, or daughter. And, man, and the way that the director, Brian De Palma, did it, it was so exciting and so intense for the last 10 minutes of the movie, Bob. Seriously, it fucks you up, man. You're like, oh, man, damn, that sucks. But you haven't seen it, so I'm not going to tell you what. And none of you guys on the chat do it either.
And a lot of people are going to, talk about Goodfellas and Godfather.
Goodfellas was great.
And Godfather and those are both great. But for me, in that kind of category, it's Casino, man. That movie is so good.
Yes.
Ooh,
Casino is one of the underrated movies of Robert De Niro's career.
For sure. It's so good. And it just kind of got forgotten about. You know, it's been quite a few years since it came out, but watch it. It's still good.
Absolutely. It really is, man. Casino is one of them ones. Another one that I really love and is real, like up and up there with my favorite dramas is a movie called The Bronx Tale. And what it is, it's just about this kid who grows up around the mobsters, and he becomes a part of them. And it's also a coming of age story. He's an Italian kid from a strong Italian family who falls in love with a black girl, and and they're just fighting the system on top of, trying to just. It's such a great movie. Oh my God! If you haven't seen A Bronx Tale, please, please, please check it out, and then come back and tell me that it sucked, and I'll punch you in the face.
So,
what are they saying in the chat? What's their favorite ones?
Well, Anya loves Carlito's Way and Goodfellas, so she's on the fence, I guess. We recently put out a little vote on some of our social media on Goodfellas and Blood In, Blood Out.
It's true.
And I will tell you that Blood In, Blood Out spanked Goodfellas. It got way more votes.
It really did. That's the God's honest truth right there, Bobby's not lying about that. But the thing is I do want to tell you this, that your opinions matter too. So we're expecting to see you guys inside of the chat room, and once again, this is Ask Rudy Anything. Oh, you want to know about me? You want to know about life? You want to know about, I don't know. Go ahead. But you know what I'm saying? It's a good day to be alive. It really is, man. It really is. Shout out to my baby Lisa. Southwest Detroit.
Shout out Lisa.
Shout out to
nice person.
DJ Carlito, who's watching right now.
Nice person.
Shout out to your homie and mine, Mr. Craig Dickerson.
Yes, nice person.
Wow, we got some nice people in our crew. Whoa, shit. We do.
Yeah, for sure. And we had a barbecue, and everyone was there. This was about 3 weeks ago. And I love doing that. I love getting together with good people and enjoying food.
Enjoying life, man. You know?
I'm just joking.
So anyways, your all-time favorite drama was?
Well,
Casino.
Well, no, Casino was my favorite gangsterish movie.
Yeah. Let me say this about Casino. That was a true story, man. That's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the beauty of it. That was a true story. So was Goodfellas. Another true story. I'm sure there's a million Blood In, Blood Out true stories out there that really happened with, these type of movies. Bobby, I got to ask you, what's your favorite in musicals?
Musicals. My favorite in musicals. That's a hard one. I don't want to just pick the first that comes to my mind. I'm going to rack my brain for a second to make sure I really loved it.
Okay, so while you're at it, also think of your favorite animated movie of all time.
Favorite animated?
Yes.
Wow. That's hard. It's probably a Disney movie. I'm not going to lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Favorite animated movie.
Come on, help them out in the chat room.
Yeah, let's get
What's
in the
some
chat.
of your favorite musicals and or
animated favorite comedy? Tell us what. Give us a little piece of you. With Disney, it's crazy, but like I love first memories. Do you know what I mean? Like I've told you guys before about the first songs I remember.
Yeah.
First movie that I remember is Pinocchio.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Then The Wizard of Oz, but that's not animated. But,
right.
But yeah.
Right.
And favorite musical. It's hard. I don't watch a lot of musicals, but I have seen quite a few. Obviously, I've seen Grease. Grease is good. You know, I was when I first saw it, I wasn't expecting it to be so gritty. You know, and like,
it's raunchy, man.
Yeah,
it really is.
So, you know, Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've seen that. You know, but it's not my favorite. You know. The Little Shop of Horrors.
Let's do the time warp again.
Now, time warp's great to play at a party, though.
It is.
It jams. It sure does.
And then Little Shop of Horrors. You'll be a dentist. That's Steve Martin's.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot. I just always think about that squeaky girl. Oh man. Yeah, so musicals, I don't really have a favorite. Nothing stands out like that. But animated, you know, I like Pinocchio. I like The Lion King.
Lion King was great, wasn't it?
It was a really good movie. When I was real young, man, I watched the Transformers movie from the 80s like 100 times. They swear in it one time. And as a kid, you're just like, whoa, a cartoon. He said shit. Yeah.
Now, you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they like, they're trying to blow up this giant robot and get away.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, oh shit, what are we going to do now? And as a kid, you're just like, whoa.
Whoa, did that just happen?
Yeah, it was on the news, you know. They're like, you know, kids' movies got some swearing in it. Parents are shocked, you know, but it's somebody's art, man. They got to make it the way they want to make it. They want them to say shit.
Just think about this, man. Living, when I grew up in the 70s and 80s. And just think if Family Guy was on in the 70s, man. People would lose their mind. Like, what the fuck is going on? Even though they accepted all the races that Archie Bunker would throw down every week, you know, they were like, oh, well, that's just how Archie is, you know. What?
Mr. August Records says Roger Rabbit. I thought about that too.
Roger Rabbit's good, man.
It's a really good movie.
Man, Jessica Rabbit was hot.
Yeah, man, cartoon chicks that are hot. That could be a whole nother show.
My favorite animated film of all time is a movie called Coco. And it's you know, it's it's just a great story about a Mexican family, and it just, man, I love it. Coco, if you don't know nothing about Coco, please go watch it. Take your kids to watch it. They'll learn so much about the Chicano and Mexican culture. And by the way, the music is on fire. It's great, and of course the visual is amazing. My daughter Sonia would be like, no, Encanto is better than Coco. But my daughter don't know what she's talking about. No, I'm just playing.
Colton Grundy says, Rude Boy,
yo,
how come you and Tracy Smothers had beef?
How come we had beef? The fact of the matter is that me and Tracy Smothers were best of friends, man. I love him. I miss Tracy every day. Me and Tracy knew how to we know how to get people excited about wrestling, Bob. And Tracy is a legend of all wrestling. And when he passed away, it was really one of the worst things that could ever happen to wrestling, because he was the guy who was teaching young wrestling up and coming superstars how to conduct themselves and how to do it the right way. And he's sorely missed. And man, he was former international big time wrestling world champion. And I miss you, Tracy Smothers. I do, man.
And Colton also said Howard the Duck. That's a weird movie, Colton.
I never seen it, man.
It's about like,
I know Leah Thompson was in it.
Yeah,
man.
it's
I
like
love her.
This, like duck, and everyone else is human, but he acts human. I don't know, it's weird.
But wait a minute, so he was accepted as a human? Like when he talked to people, they talk back to him?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like Ted?
Yeah, kind of like Ted.
Which, by the way, is a great fucking film, bro.
That's a good stoner flick.
Yes, Ted, Borat, the first one. The first Borat was phenomenal. Phenomenal. That's a good stoner movie as well. And, of course, the great Dazed and Confused.
So,
with a soundtrack unlike no other.
I was about to ask you about stoner films. You listed off a few. I was say Taking Up and Smoke off the table, and I guess those two too. What are some other great stoner flicks? Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar is one of them. For me, because of you and Carlito, one of my favorite stoner movies is The Big Lebowski, and it has nothing to do with being stoned out, man.
Dude.
But it's.
People love that movie. There's a whole like Big Lebowski festival out in the desert every year, and people.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to cover that. People are out there dressed as the different characters. They're just so into it.
Yeah, man.
It's a movie about absolutely nothing, really, because you know what I mean. Like a lot happens, but there's no real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's no premise to it.
At the end of it, he's right where he started off. Nothing's. It's fucking funny though.
I gotta tell you, viewers and listeners, this is the truth. Carlito and Bob were bugging me for the longest, man. You gotta see this. You gotta see it. So I watched it. Then this guy, he said, man. Was it The Office?
Office Space.
Office Space. Man, Rudy, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. I watched it. I loved it, by the way. It was great. It was phenomenal. I asked him just to watch one movie, Blood In, Blood Out. That's all I asked him to do. I'm just saying.
Nobody call me tomorrow, please.
I'm just saying, hey, when I come in here on Friday, when I come into the offices on Friday and I say, who the fuck is Popeye? Man, you better tell me this crazy looking motherfucker. Uh-oh.
Anya Garcia with $2. She says, Rudy, you need to watch Vivo with Sonia and Santana. That one has a lot of songs and it's super cute. My grandson loves that one.
What's it called?
Vivo.
Vivo.
V-I-V-O. Vivo. And she also says for stoner flicks, Half Baked.
Half Baked was awesome.
Dave Chappelle's funny.
Dave Chappelle is a comical genius. And I love him, man. I love him. But you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to take a real quick break. Don't you guys go nowhere. We got to refuel up, but we're coming right back with Ask Rudy Anything. So get right now, tell your friends and family, get their asses on here with us.
And share this feed. We'll be right back.
Share. We're back. We're back, Bobby.
We're back in black.
Back in black. Well, I'm back in purple and multicolors today, man. Shout out to all my friends and family, and shout out to all the Father's Day participants.
Hell yeah. Father's Day was wonderful. All the children out there need to also remember their fathers, like we talked about earlier with mothers.
That's true. That's true. Don't forget your fathers.
It's a tough job.
It's a tough job, but
with the best rewards.
God, it's so true, man. It's so true, man. God. Shout out to everybody who's chilling with us right now on YouTube and Facebook and all of that stuff. We love you guys. Thank you for being with us. You could be anywhere in the world today, right now, at this very moment, and you decided to cruise with us, and we don't take that lightly at all. Shout out Anya Garcia. Yes, because that's what we do. Oh, I got to shout out my boy, Jump Steady, holding it down, doing the gathering the way he does it, real big. It's going to be fun, Bobby.
Can't wait. Just
your first gathering, right?
It is my first gathering. You know, I had a lot of excuses for why I never went before, and now I'm done out of excuses.
There is no more excuses, man. It's time for you to come back to the family reunion. And it's going down August the 3rd all the way through the 6th. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. What's going on over there, Bobby? You're in deep reading.
We got some fucking spam, and I'm just trying to
spam?
Yeah.
Man, we're so popular we got spam?
Rude Boy, are you related to the wrestler Lowlife Louis Ramos? Heard he was your nephew.
Lowlife Louis. Hey, oh, Lowlife Louis. I love you, brother. Lowlife Louis is, you know, he calls me uncle. He does. He calls me uncle, and I call him my nephew, man. But are we blood related? No, we're not. But he's my brother. He's my nephew. He is, and I love him. And Lowlife Louis, man, shout out to you. I haven't seen my man in so long. You think I'm fucking crazy in the ring, man. You see Lowlife Louis, man, he makes me look like I don't know. Somebody
Rude Boy,
soft.
What is the craziest thing a ring rat has ever done to get backstage to meet you?
Oh my God, can we really say this out here, Bobby? Oh my God, man.
The show's called Ask Rudy Anything.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you, and you might not like my answer, but it's the truth. So, okay, this was years ago. Let me emphasize years ago, Bobby.
Yeah.
This girl really wanted to meet Rude Boy. She wanted to, talk with them, get her picture and whatever else. So I'm not going to say his name because he's still very much a part of the crew and everyone knows who he is. And I wouldn't do that because he's married too. Now, even though this happened years ago. True story. But anyway, so this girl, I don't call them rats. I said this girl from St. Louis, Missouri, bro.
It's hot down there.
We were at Pops. You know about Pops?
Heard all about it.
Okay. Pops is a half concert venue and half strip club. And one's on the opposite side of the county line or the state line. So one is Sauget, Illinois, and the other is East St. Louis, Missouri. So you're right on the line. So when you have to stop drinking at one, you go to the other one because you can keep going till all hours of the night. Anyways, we wrestled there, and it was me against Mosh Pit Mike and Chewy Martinez. And we had a three-way, and it was the three-way of which Mexican's going to beat up the other one. They just threw us to the dogs. But anyways, so this chick really wanted to meet me. She wanted to get her picture and all this stuff. Bro, so her mom, by the way, this chick was 26 years old. And her mom was there. And she was in her, I don't know, late 40s, early 50s. And her mom, we're saying everything, right?
Yeah.
Her mom blew the fucking security guard for her daughter to come back to me. Bro, like she knew what her daughter wanted to do with me. Right?
Whoa.
So she blew someone so her daughter could go blow someone. I mean,
it was a chain reaction.
It was a chain. Hey, man. Hey, again, don't cancel me. Cancel that bitch. Because I didn't say nothing wrong.
That's a crazy story.
It is a crazy story.
Missouri.
Man, man, you should super chat that answer. Shit. I kept it real. Shit.
So we're on the movie edition of Ask Rudy Anything.
Yes.
So feel free to drop some questions, movie related.
Yeah, you know what? By the way, I did want to start off with my worst comedy. Least favorite comedy that I could not stand, and everybody seemed to think it was funny, and it's for me. And once again, this is for me, nobody else. This is my opinion. That's just an opinion. And I just didn't find it very funny. Was what's that one with Jim Carrey, man? Where he has to tell the truth.
Liar, liar.
Liar, liar, bro. I didn't find that funny, man. I don't know what it was, and I love Jim Carrey, by the way. Shout out to Jim Carrey for making one of the greatest biopics ever of Andy Kaufman. He did a great job. But that liar, liar, man, I couldn't get into it, man. And everybody was like, man, I don't know what you're missing, man, because it's so great. And I was like, man, that shit, I don't know. What about you, Bob? What's one of your least favorites?
Least favorite comedies?
Yeah.
Oh, man. There's been quite a few, man. You see some real duds sometimes.
Right.
Man, I'm stoned.
Me too, bro. Me too.
Let's see. Least favorite comedy. What's a bad one?
Spaceballs. No, I like Spaceballs. That was funny, man.
Spaceballs.
Man, Schwartz be with you.
They're all reading the script, in the middle of the movie and shit. Like,
hey, Mel Brooks is a genius, bro.
So I read this fact earlier that Mel Brooks went to George Lucas and said, we want to make a parody of your movie Star Wars called Spaceballs. And, the main character is going to be like your guy Han Solo. And they said, you can do the movie, but you cannot dress your main guy like Han Solo. So he dressed him like Indiana Jones.
Yo, yeah, that's right. Oh my God, that's right. Oh shit.
Fucking Mel Brooks.
And you know what I didn't like? I didn't like Next Friday.
Yeah,
Friday after next.
You're jogging my memory now. Right. I don't like certain sequels to comedies.
Right.
They're trying to rehash the same idea, and it's not funny. Friday is an amazing movie. Dude. But then when you try to add in all that Friday after next Christmas and stuff, you're just watering it down over and over and over again.
I did like the Friday after next, the Christmas one, only because Cat Williams stole the movie.
Yeah,
when he had Terry Crews by the balls. Oh man, that was right there, star changing for him, man. Because he became a household name after that. He really
Mr.
did.
August Records wants to know, Rude Boy, have you ever had a match turn into a shoot fight?
Yes, I did, man. I did. It happened. It happened with Abdullah the Butcher, believe it or not. And he went to take liberties on me, and I was like, man, I let him beat my ass. You know, I'm a young guy. He's an old dude. And then finally, he hit me one too many times, and I started giving him back. And I tell you what, man, that shit cut out right away. Stopped right away. There are matches that I thought were going to become shoot fights. One of them was against Corporal Robinson, which we never had the match because he was, for whatever reason, he was kicked off the grounds of the gathering.
Is that the one where I've seen the footage of you arguing with him with a crowd of people holding you guys apart? Or was that?
Oh yeah, well that was the build up to it. That was the build up to it. But apparently, you know, after fucking over a lot of people for gathering tickets that he sold them, the management at Psychopathic was like, "Motherfucker, you got to get out of here, motherfucker." Right. And so we didn't get to have the match. But I got to tell you this though, Bob. I mean this. I knew it was going to come down to a fist fight. I knew it was. I even told Carlito, I said, man, if this dude gets crazy, man, here's a pair of scissors. You stick that motherfucker, because I'm gonna do the same. Straight up. That's real talk.
Colton Grundy says Pineapple Express is the worst. I have to disagree.
I never seen it, man.
I think it's very funny. I can see why you might not like it. It gets very exaggerated at certain points. But it's fucking funny.
Really?
It's in a great stoner movie.
You know, I like that Christmas one from the dude who did Pineapple Express. What the fuck is his name?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, man. He does this scene in a church on Christmas Eve. And he's Jewish. And he's like, my people didn't kill your people. Oh my God, he's all high. What a great scene. I can't think of the name of the movie though. It's good.
Pineapple Express, he plays this like 25-year-old guy who's like a process server. He like serves people subpoenas.
Okay.
And he sees a murder.
Oh shit.
And he's smoking on this Pineapple Express. And it's, you know, when he buys it from his guy, he's like, you know, you're the only one who has this in town.
Yeah.
Well, this is the one time, like, the guy was actually telling the truth.
Oh,
so,
shit.
like, the guy that killed him is involved with the Pineapple Express. And so he's on the phone. Who'd you sell it to? Who'd you sell it to? You know? And so he's being chased by this, you know, drug mafia, kind of. And he's just this stoner dude on the run with his dealer. It's fucking ridiculous. It's funny.
Man, I gotta tell you something, man. Seth Rogen is like a modern day. He's like a modern day great comedian of our time, man. You know, he did that. He did Knocked Up. He did.
Knocked Up was a classic.
He did this one where he was like a reporter, and he was with the lady who was running for United States Senator or something. But it was so damn good. It was so good that me and Shaggy 2 Dope seen it twice. That's the truth. While we were on tour. And I can't think of the name of it, but it was so funny and so good. And yeah, maybe you guys will tell me on the chat.
How can I just boot somebody from the room, man?
Why? Who's talking shit?
No, it's just spam. I don't
know, because I was ready to talk some shit.
Anya is always in here. So Anya, I just gave you moderator powers, so start whooping some spam ass.
Yes, Anya, start showing them that.
That gives you the power to click on it and mute.
You got the touch. You got the power.
That's from my Transformers.
No, it's actually from Boogie Nights, but
Boogie Nights came out long after.
I know.
Fucking Boogie Nights. So that's a great fucking movie. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. It's mind-boggling, you know, and it's not really based exactly on somebody, but I think it was based like loosely on,
it was, yeah,
you know, on certain porn stars, and definitely the scene,
yeah,
you know, back when they were doing porn theaters,
right. There was theaters all over Detroit, and I swear to you, Bob, man, as crazy as it sounds, well, I don't think it sounds crazy, but man, I was counting down the days when I turned 18 so I could go into one of them motherfuckers. I want to know what's going on in there, man.
Right.
And then I went in there and I was weirded out by it. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
Right.
What the hell's going on?
A bunch of people sitting there.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's got their balls in their hands and shit. I'm like, what's going on? This is terrible, man.
But yeah, Boogie Nights is a good movie. Mark Wahlberg, he's so fucking young in that movie. It's crazy when you see his movies now and then you go back and watch that.
He's really one of the great actors of our time, man.
Yeah, for sure.
He really is.
He's good. And you know, talk about comedies. That Daddy's Home that he did.
Oh, yes, man. With Mel Gibson.
Oh, yeah, both of them. Yeah, the
Holy
sequel, too.
Crap,
Yeah,
that was
good.
great.
But
yes.
Yeah, the first movie's funny, too.
Oh, yes, I love that movie. Yes. And then he did The Other Guys with Will Ferrell, where they're the cops and, and they're the misfit cops. Oh, my God, man. Yes, Mark Wahlberg is one of my favorite actors. He really is.
And then we'll go back to drama. The Departed.
Oh, Departed. Oh, my God.
So many good actors.
Yes, because Ben Affleck's partner, what's his name?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, man, he was phenomenal in that movie.
He was Boston in that movie. Like,
yes.
Like, whoa.
Yes.
You know, you see him in these other movies, and he's had that Boston accent. But the beauty of a great actor is no matter how different the role is from the previous movie, you buy it. You believe it.
Exactly.
Tom Hanks, every fucking movie. I'm watching Forrest Gump last night, and the night before I watched Green Mile. Dude, two totally different characters, but you buy it every time.
Dude, let me say this about Tom Hanks. I was talking this a few days ago with a friend of mine, and my friend was like, "Oh my God, man, the transformation he made during Forrest Gump was amazing. You know, he had the long beard and he was kind of, you know, he was running and everything. He is the same guy who's going to be playing Colonel Tom Parker for the Elvis movie that's coming out this week.
Yeah,
and he's big and fat, and it's like, wow, this guy can play any character at any time. What about you, Bob? Are you looking forward to seeing Elvis this weekend?
You know,
or in the future?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it in the near future. Biopics, you know, they usually make me nervous, but I think this one's probably gonna be amazing. I think that they put a fine Nobody wants to fuck up Elvis's story.
No, for sure. I went to see what's that? Top Gun a couple weeks ago. Phenomenal. Great movie, awesome story. I loved it. They showed the trailer for Elvis prior to the movie, and I'm loving it. I'm all into it. And all of a sudden, Cardi B is rapping about Elvis at the end of the trailer. And I'm like, oh, no, you guys can't fuck this movie up. You can't do it. I get it. They're trying to get the younger people to be interested. But a guy like Elvis Presley, you don't need that. You don't need that extra, man. You just don't need it, man, you know?
Right. I mean, didn't the Queen movie do good?
Right.
And all those? You know?
Man.
And Elvis, he was bigger than Queen.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I'll tell you what, though. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see it. It debuts on Friday, June 24th and it's supposed to be record-setting. And Carlito told me when he went to Graceland, I've never been there. He said, man, you just get a taste of Elvis in that tour. Then you want more. You want to know more about him. And this movie is a segue for that. I think it's going to
go into those areas of the house they won't let you in.
Right, exactly.
I wonder if they ever will.
What's up, everybody on the chat room? How y'all doing?
Oh, shit. They're just talking about Boogie Nights, Anya and Colton. They all like it, and they're talking about how it was based on John Holmes. Loosely,
yes.
I think there was a lot of shit that happened in the movie that didn't happen in John Holmes' life, but, you know, it is a movie.
Let me tell you something, man. I seen a movie the other night. It's at the theaters, and it's on Netflix. And it's called Hustle. And it's with Adam Sandler and Queen Latifah. And they're interracial husband and wife. And he works for the Philadelphia 76ers as a scout. He's a scout. And I got to tell you something, man. Adam Sandler in that movie showed me that he could do a straight drama guy. He killed it. The chemistry between him and Queen Latifah was terrible in this movie.
But he still killed it.
He murdered it. But when they were together on film, hugging each other, loving each other, it didn't feel authentic. But him, as a straight actor, wow, man. It's called Hustle. Came out last week at the theaters and on Netflix. I highly recommend it.
When comedians switch to drama, it can be really interesting. One of the strangest premises for a movie, and it's a great movie, The Truman Show. Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
Jim Carrey does so good. And once you understand the premise, it's just mind-blowing to watch the movie and how he plays it. He plays it so well.
He does. He really does. You know, Jim Carrey, he's a guy, man, believe it or not, who could do everything. Mm-hmm. He really can, man. And he's one of my favorite actors. He truly is. But, yeah, The Truman Show was like, wow, man. This guy really showed his chops. You know what I mean?
I will tell you one more movie of Jim Carrey's. I don't know if you've seen it, and if you haven't, you need to check it out. It's called Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I haven't.
And it is a strange kind of indie movie feel.
Okay.
But the premise will hit home. It's about a guy and him and his girl break up, and he just can't handle it. So he goes to this company. There's a company in this reality that will erase the memories.
Oh.
But then he's tormented by it in the middle. And I'm not going to ruin it for you, but, you know, if you had the choice of erasing the memory of an ex-girlfriend or ex-wife, you know, would you? That's what you're watching unfold.
That's pretty
movie.
intense.
It's crazy.
Man. That's pretty intense because we've all been through relationships where we don't want to remember certain parts of it, but those other parts you want to cling to.
Yeah, it's a cool and interesting movie, and I love the premise because anybody who's had their heart broke will sympathize with the movie.
What's it called again?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I'll send it to you, a link.
You better, man, because I want to watch it. I really do.
It's really interesting.
It sounds great. It really does. Those of you in the chat, those of you who are out there listening to us and cruising with us and hanging with us, we thank you. We thank you so, so much. What else we got in the chat over there, Bobby?
Well, Mr. August says he would love to see a Ghetto Boys or Run DMC biopic.
Man, you know what? A Run DMC biopic is way overdue, bro. Like, I see this show about Wu-Tang Clan. And
great show.
It's a great show.
Oh, my God.
It's a great show. But again, I think of the elevation of hip-hop. For me personally, it was Exactly. You've jumped over guys that really need their stories told as well. And one of them is Run DMC and The Place to Be. Not just Run DMC, but also Russell Simmons, who funded them when they were just some neighborhood kids.
Hey, if you're a script writer, write that Run DMC script. Bring it to RoX-TV. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it work. Yeah, let's write it right now. And let's film it. Because I'm going to tell you what, My Life, the Funhouse, there's going to be some elements, and I don't want to give it all away, Bob. So just tell me to shut my mouth if I'm giving too much away. But there are elements of My Life, the Funhouse that are going to be created and turned into movies. And I'm excited about it. So if you haven't read My Life, the Funhouse, go right now to Amazon. Get your copy and enjoy it because the shit's being turned into a few different movies. Did I say that?
I don't want to give too much away, but I'm going to give one thing away and say I'm just excited to make the wrestling movie. We all need more good wrestling movies out there. And the story, it's right here. It's a drama, you know what I mean? But it's also a wrestling movie.
Makes me feel good. It really does. It really does. Hey, so we also want to remind you, do not forget, when you see RoX-TV anywhere, and you haven't already did so, subscribe. Like and subscribe. Show the world that you are down with RoX-TV because RoX-TV ain't got nothing but love for each and every one of y'all out there. That's real talk.
And we're not Viacom, so we're not a billion-dollar corporation. So click share, help us out, and that's all we ask.
That's it.
Share our content, and you will help us tremendously.
Everybody out there, click the link and watch what we got, because I'm going to guarantee you this, you ain't going to go nowhere else for your entertainment.
Yeah, you can binge watch over 500 videos on RoX-TV, interviews, news pieces, sports documentaries, comedy, stoner stuff. Just, man, there's something for everyone.
If you can't,
except kids. I mean, because you know what, YouTube, you got to really strictly say it's not for kids. So our channel is for young adults.
It is for adults. It is for adults. But let me also say this, that a lot of our programming is educational.
Yeah, no, we don't.
And, you know, like, especially with Big Time Memories, you know.
Yeah, we don't. We're not raunchy just because we can be.
Thank you. There you. That's the best way to ever put it, man. Man. You should stick around. You might have a future in this, kid.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
What they saying on the chat?
Well, I think they said that movie is amazing. I think they were talking about one of the Jim Carrey movies we were speaking about. Revenge of the Nerds is a funny stoner movie.
Oh, Revenge of the Nerds is great, man.
And it was a nerd that said it.
Oh, man, I love my favorite scene from Revenge of the Nerds is when the Japanese dude is riding on the little tricycles, and he's trying to win the race, and they go to the corner, and he has to chug a beer, and they're like, how you feeling? He's like, fucking great. That's my favorite, man. I love it. Takashi.
And Anya says, let's not forget about the RoX-TV TikTok as well. Thank you, Anya. And RoX-TV TikTok is a great place to get a quick fix of some great stuff to watch. All videos are 3 minutes or less.
3 minutes or less, man. Come on, for real. Come check us out over at...
If you're feeling some music, there's concert clips on there. There's interview clips on there. There's me being funny. I made a joke on there today.
He made a joke on there today. Not yesterday. Today.
Well, you know what it was is I saw this Fruit Stripe gum semi-truck, and I got to thinking, man, that gum lasts for about 2 seconds before the flavor goes away. This is the year 2022. We have cured diseases, but yet the Fruit Stripe gum people cannot figure out how to get the flavor beyond 30 seconds to 3 minutes.
I mean, for real, he's right about that. Like, what the fuck, for real, man?
And here's the mind-blowing thing. So I posted that earlier about Fruit Stripe gum, and one of the comments, wow, it was like, and they're still in business 30 years later. It goes to show you people just want instant gratification. And this, I was like 100% true. 100%. They just want to taste it real quick. They don't care if it tastes like shit 2 seconds later.
So, Bobby, we talked about Elvis, and we didn't talk about another film that just came out, Jurassic Park.
Let me just tell you, the Jurassic Park series, when I was younger, was awesome. And when I'm older, as a father, is awesome. Because really, even though it has horror movie elements, some people get eaten by dinosaurs, it's really still pretty family friendly. And I like that.
I love, I love that that family element of it.
Yeah.
Like you're pushing the envelope, but not too far. Not too far. You're not freaking the kids out too much. But you're freaking them out enough to be like, damn, Dad's crazy.
Colton Grundy wants to know what you know about Dee Snider's Strangeland, Rudy. Have you ever seen that? I can tell you about it.
I can't even lie. I've never even watched it once.
So
I've seen it at the video store, too.
The premise is Dee Snider is this psycho guy on the internet who preys on girls and like
this was early in the internet too.
Yeah, and tortures them.
Oh shit.
So he doesn't kill them, he doesn't he doesn't rape them or whatever. He just tortures them with like giant needles and just all kinds of crazy sick shit. And then the big clutch of the movie.
So they're all still alive?
The big clutch of the movie is, the cop catches him and, rescues all the people, and they put Dee Snider in this fucking crazy house.
Okay.
And he takes his medicine, and he rehabs, and he's this great guy, or whatever, so to speak. He's doing art. He's nice to all the people at the fucking crazy house, love him, and they let him out. Okay. And the people in the neighborhood, with their pitchforks and shovels, they fucking string him up with a fucking noose and take his pills and dump him down the fucking sewer drain.
What the fuck?
And then as soon as his pills are gone,
so now he's wild.
You got the psycho guy back, and that's the premise. No. And the cop has to try to get him again, except this time he's got the cop's daughter.
Oh no! Typical '80s flick, huh?
Yeah, but it's fucking sick. It's a real sick movie, and it, like you said, it was at the dawn of the internet, so you were already scared of the internet. You watch this movie, you're like, man, don't be talking to nobody online.
You gonna fuck around and have Dee Snider at the house from Twisted Sister.
His screen name in the movie is Captain Howdy, which is something to do with The Exorcist. I forget.
Oh shit! I don't know about that. I know one thing. No, I've never seen this movie, and is it worth watching? I'm asking you that now, Bob.
Once.
Okay.
It's worth watching once. You're not going to rewatch it a bunch. You're not going to have your boys over to watch it with them. But if you're looking for something to blow 2 hours with, it's worth watching once.
So check this out, Bob. We're going to take another quick break, and we're going to come back and wrap everything up. So don't you guys go nowhere. We will be, doing what we do right here on RoX-TV, and, of course, wherever you are watching right here. I'm Rudy. This is Ask Rudy Anything.
So I don't know if I could say other companies.
You can say whatever.
Okay,
yes.
WWE was never my dream.
Right.
You know? Now, I'm not saying they wanted me, but I definitely didn't want them.
Right.
Me and you know Adrian Adonis was one of the baddest.
He was.
Back in the day,
yes.
leather jacket,
yes,
beat up his own tag partner just for whatever. Mm-hmm. But what does everybody remember about Adrian Adonis today?
The gay thing, the flowers. And
I already knew that WWE could just ruin a man, you know, because you talk about Adrian Adonis, but now you're talking about Adrian Adonis. So I never wanted WWE, and I went.
Boom. We're back. We just had to do top secret stuff.
We did have to do top secret stuff, man. So anyways, Bob, so one of the things that I asked you before, and of course, somebody just hit me up on the internet and was like, somebody just hit me up on Instagram and was like, hey man, tell Bob, has he ever seen the movie West Side Story?
No, I haven't. But I do want to comment about it.
Without seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've seen the high school reenaction of it, but
Yeah.
that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is my father, Robert Lee Sr., otherwise known as Fred. Is his middle name. But he was lucky enough to go see Mr. Alice Cooper, and he did some West Side Story.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, he opened the show with "When You're a Jet, You're a Jet," and you know the shark, that song.
Yeah.
And like that's when he like did this whole thing where this guy got on stage and he shoved the microphone stand right through his chest, and while he was singing the West Side Story song and shit.
What?
And I'm like, whoa! My dad told me all about it and shit. And back then, you couldn't just pull up West Side Story and show me or nothing, or he probably would have.
Right, exactly.
But to tell me about it, and I was just like, wow, that's for him to take a musical or whatever and turn it, you know, into rock.
I love it. I love hearing that. Want to shout out each and every one of you guys who are listening right now. I want to shout out, of course, Mike listening down there in Columbus, Ohio. You know Mike's come up for a few things, and he's always there at Chillicothe. And
he is definitely a great supporter.
He is, man. And we're thankful for him.
He doesn't just come there and sit there. At the fundraiser, he got involved. He was dancing.
He was jamming out, wasn't he?
You know what I mean?
How cool was that, man?
And at wrestling, I'm gonna tell you, him and his friends were not quiet. They got into it.
I love it.
So that's the kind of fans we need. People who come and get involved.
Get involved, have fun.
Yeah. Don't just sit there like a flower on the wall, you know.
It's true, man, because I'm going to tell you right now that the events that we're a part of, they're usually pretty special, man.
It is special. You know, when my kids first, I took them to wrestling, and they found out that you could not just clap and cheer for people, but you could yell and boo and talk crap. Man, they felt at home.
I love that. I love that. And you know what? I love that your boys are so loose with it, you know? They're just so loose with it.
Well, I already know that, you know, having them grow up in wrestling, they're going to get involved. It's just, I see it in all the legends that I work with, that once you get that bug in you, it never goes away. And unfortunately, it's in me now too, because I've been editing and helping produce wrestling for 2 years now.
Yeah, you have, man, and it's become like your second nature.
Oh yeah.
Like you know the right things that you want, the right clips you want, the right angles you want. I mean, really, Bob, for real.
And you know what I love about it? I idolize the legends. You know, and I'm not disrespecting all those great WWF guys that are legends and heroes to people, But man, I love the guys from the 60s and 70s, and I've never seen half of them wrestle. But to hear the stories about them on Big Time Memories each week, I'm a fan of these guys I barely know.
You know, Big Time Memories has been something phenomenal here at RoX-TV. I mean, for those of you wrestling fans out there who love wrestling, the history of Big Time Memories is irreplaceable anywhere.
I will tell you a quick story, and then we'll get to the chat room for the final time. But Terry Sullivan recently hit me up and says, well, where is Rudy's interview with Dave Drayson part 2? And I was like, there was no part 2 because at part 1, we came up with the idea for Big Time Memories, and that's where we put our energy. I was like, part 2 became Big Time Memories.
It did.
And, because Dave was there at this interview to talk about his career in wrestling, and he brought all these pictures. And then he's telling me all these stories. And he's like, man, when me and Terry get together, it's tons of stories. And, man, light bulbs were going off in their head, our heads. And now you see it. Over 150,000 views, Big Time Memories.
It's true, man. We've been really blessed. We've been blessed by working with the Fultons, Dylan and Bobby, the Good Doctor.
Being the film crew for World Professional Classic Big Time Wrestling.
Yes, sir. Yes,
in
God, you nailed
Chillicothe,
it.
Ohio, is a fucking blessing because we are the film crew for International Big Time Wrestling, headquartered out of Detroit.
That's right.
So now we are the film crew for 2 of the Big Time Wrestlings that are out there. And those are really the only ones I want to mess with, the quality, the Big Time Wrestling, because that's what I respect.
We're real excited, man, because on Saturday, October 14th, Big Time Wrestling, International Big Time Wrestling, and RoX-TV will present live in person at a beautiful meet and greet. The world's champion, Congo Kong, will be there doing autographs, pictures, everything at Chillicothe.
He's excited because he's not the one that had to rent the van, because to transport Congo Kong to Chillicothe, Ohio is no easy task, and our team is on it. But we're going to release the monster. Those guys are good wrestlers out there, but they've never wrestled a monster.
Not like Congo, that's for sure.
Right.
And he is the world's champion.
And those wrestling fans deserve something special. And we're going to bring it to them from International Big Time Wrestling as a gift to World Professional Big Time Wrestling.
Then you see, that's what I want to tell you right there. When we work with you, we get behind you 100%, no matter what. Next week, you'll be able to see on Rudy Goes to the Black Horse Cantina.
I'm so excited for everyone to see this. The food is amazing.
Oh, my God.
But not half as amazing as the story of the owner and his family. So don't miss it because it's coming out. You're always going to get a Rudy Goes on the Wednesday. You don't get to Ask Rudy anything. So keep watching.
That's right. Keep watching. Thank you for being with us. Like I said earlier, you could be anywhere around the world, but you decided to join us, and we don't take that lightly at all. If there's any last-minute comments, questions, and or concerns, please do it right now at the chat. If you'd like for us to ring the bell, we'll ring it. Just donate, and we'll super chat.
Don't matter if it's just a couple bucks. It helps keep RoX-TV rolling.
Dude, it doesn't matter if it's a couple bucks or a couple $100,000. I'd like that. That'd be nice.
We'll keep this going all night for a couple $100,000.
Couple $100,000. Couple $100. We're gonna keep this thing on all night.
So you're Chicano, Rudy. What you know about American Me?
American Me is one of those great classic films of all time. Much like in the genre of Blood In, Blood Out and Carlito's Way and all those great things. But it was written and it was produced by Edward James Olmos about a true Chicano a gangster who went to jail when he was really young, Bob, and for real. They told Edward James Olmos, don't make that movie, man. And he did it anyway. And the cartel and all of these vatos were looking to kill Edward James Olmos. And the guy who put a squash to all that was Danny Trejo. He was like, this dude's cool. I'm cool with the gang. Just let it go, man. It'll be good. He was about to die, bro.
Almost. He is in this B-budget sci-fi show, Battlestar Galactica.
B-subject? What are you talking about? That shit is everywhere.
It's an awesome show. No, what I mean is it doesn't get the budget or love that like Star Wars or Star Trek does, but he is so fucking amazing. I watched every episode for him because he just carries the show. He's good.
Really?
He's good. He's the captain or admiral or whatever. He's in charge of this giant freighter where people live in the future, and he's so stern and serious. But
that's Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Did you ever watch the original Battlestar Galactica? Whoa.
No, I've watched clips of it.
Uh-oh.
First we gotta ring the bell, then we gotta silence the spam guy. I gotta learn how to ban users.
Fuck you, spam guy. Leave us alone,
we don't care
bro.
about your naked sex dates.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
What's money, Rudy?
Oh, okay. No, right.
Colton Grundy dropped $5 and said, "Whoop whoop
whoop whoop to you, Colton Grundy, man."
Yeah, man. You've been fucking entertaining us
bro.
today with questions.
Hey, bro, we should be sending you $5 because you really turned it out tonight.
Yeah, but we owe the guy at the corner for the beer.
You know the beer that doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come free. Look, I even had to cross over to Bud Light, you know. But
and he said Spaceballs, Darth Helmet all day.
Darth Helmet.
Spaceballs has a lot of redeeming qualities in it. It might be a little hokey at times, but it is funny.
Dude, man, John Candy is great in that movie, man.
Dude, Mel Brooks is funny all around. I love the one with Gene Wilder, the Frankenstein one.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, so good.
Bro, you have to, and listen to me, you guys out there. Listen, you have to watch a film from the great Mel Brooks. It's called The Silent Movie. And it was set in the 1980s, but it's a fucking silent movie for an hour and a half. Bro, you're going to laugh. You guys out there, if I'm going to tell you this, I swear to you, you're going to love Silent Movie from Mel Brooks, man. I swear to God, one of the greatest films of all time.
So, I'm going to tell you about my first Mel Brooks experience. We went to this guy's...
You met him?
No. We went to this guy's house in Taylor, Michigan.
Okay.
His wife worked with my mom, and he had like a Blockbuster in his basement.
What?
But it was all dubbed. He was like crazy meticulous, and he was like, you guys can borrow stuff. Let me just tell you, it's 2022. But I got this, you know, and I got Robin Hood Men in Tights, and I put that shit in.
Wait a minute. Let me say, Robin Hood Men in Tights, true story. When I first met my ex-wife, we're talking about all these movies, and Robin Hood just came out at the theater, you know, with Kevin Costner. I was like, what you know about Robin Hood Men in Tights? She was like, you're so stupid. That don't matter. That don't exist. I said, man, he's fucking Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's a comedy. So anyway, she watched it, and she was like, this is stupid. And that's why we're divorced. Hello.
Colton again, man.
Colton's keeping us here all night tonight.
You need to be drinking Jägermeister. Your liver is evil. You need to punish it.
Colton Grundy in the place to be. What up, yo?
Yeah, man, dude. I do like Jaeger, and I'll tell you the way I like it. It's called a redheaded slut. It's with cranberry juice and peach schnapps, and it's good. Those three things together. Cranberry, peach schnapps, and Jägermeister. It's called a redheaded slut. It's good.
Hey, you know how I like Jägermeister? In a fucking cup. That's how I like it. I love Jägermeister. You know who else loves Jägermeister? Is my brother Violent J. Me and him, we polished off many a bottles in many a nights.
That's
Colton
awesome.
Grundy.
See, Violent J with the Jägermeister. He like it cold.
He likes it chilled.
Yeah,
you
like
know, not
people-
too cold. Just
A lot of stores you can just buy it cold.
You
They
can
keep-
now.
Yeah, they keep it
You
cold
can.
for you.
They keep it with my Hennessy over there too, because I like Hennessy. I do.
They're smart businessmen. Shout out to all the stores that keep some chilled drinks and lemons and limes and shit. You know, come on, man.
So listen. So, like I said earlier in the podcast, this year is Bob Rox. Listen, this is my brother. You guys, I have tiers of people that I love. I'm gonna tell you this. There's people that I hate. They're over here. There's people that I think are okay. They're right here. There's people that I love. They're right here. And then there's people who are family. They're right here. They're right here. This guy went all the way to the top. Why? Because he's my brother and I love him. And I can't wait to show him the gathering of the Juggalos. Our style, homies. Our style. We're going to make this fucking guy shit his pants, bro.
Maybe literally. So make sure you guys watch.
We're going to be filming and we're going to be showing night after night.
Oh, yeah.
Our days that happened.
I mean, I'm not going to break down the whole plan for you, but I will say if you are interested in what we're going to do at the Gathering of the Juggalos, you need to follow us on YouTube.
Yes.
Follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
Instagram.
Yes.
And TikTok. Because we're going to be dropping different content on different social medias. Sometimes on TikTok, you know, it's 1 minute videos. And
but you got to pay attention.
Facebook, we might be live. YouTube, we might be live.
If you pay attention, this might be just your gathering of dreams.
Why don't we drop some gathering heat? Why don't we talk about the fact that we are going to be set up in Merch Row and a time we're not going to tell you right now, but Rudy is going to be selling his book. You cannot buy his book at any time. You must be there to buy it from him, get the autograph, and get the picture with him.
It's true. You know that at the Gathering of the Juggalos, we decided that we're going to do a book signing there. And we're going to be there. And not only myself, but Mike Shepard, who wrote the book with me, will be there. We'll be sitting side by side and we'll be signing copies of My Life, the Funhouse. And, man.
And we're turning this whole meet and greet into a segment for our YouTube. So if you want to be on it, you got to show up, buy the book, get the signing, take the picture, and be part of the video.
And you know what, man? Here's another thing. I'm going to drop some knowledge to you. I'm going to drop some bombs to you. That at the Gathering of the Juggalos, myself, Carlito, and Bobby Rox collectively are going to be having a special event for all of our fallen brothers, Juggalos and Juggalettes who have fallen since we begun. And we are going to be dedicating this get-together at the Gathering to Josh Hopkinson, my son, Big Josh. And we're going to show the Juggalos and Juggalettes who did fall that we still lift them up. And it's going to be a great, great event. We're going to tell you more about that right here exclusively on RoX-TV.
I'm going to get to a couple things in the chat, but I will say the Gathering of Dreams would truly be to gather with some of our fallen brothers and sisters again.
Yes, amen to that, man. I miss Big Josh every day.
So LB Sickening says, ICP just posted that Jay is going home from the hospital in the next few days, that he had pneumonia. So all good wishes and thoughts there to Jay.
Always good wishes and blessings to Brother Violent J.
Pneumonia, man, that's scary.
Pneumonia
It's no joke.
No, I mean, not to anyone, but you know, I knew and I know that my brother was going to be just fine. So,
He's got a lot of people like always thinking about him, talking about him. I gotta think that in the universe that transfers to some sort of energy.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Colton says, I'm going to the gathering with 2 180 shot Roman candles and mounting them on my shoulders and lighting up Blase Rose's set on whatever stage she's on.
No, come on now, man.
We
That's
don't need no
cool.
fireworks, man.
You know what we need? We need that love. We need that positivity, bro. No matter who's playing on what stage, if it's not your favorite, man, don't let that. I'm
gonna be real with you. If you really want to hurt her, just don't go to her show, her performance. You know what I mean? That's the realest thing. If you show up and you're negative, you're the bad guy. You know what I mean? Because she is just somebody trying to perform and do her dream at the gathering and dreams. So if you want to protest it. But
speaking of those who are gonna be there, man, my brother from another mother, one of my. I mean, not very often in your lifetime do you get to meet those that you love and respect and those that you feel that are honored of respect and acclamation. Mine is Isham Smith. Isham is going to be there. He's going to be on that main stage. I love Isham. He's my brother. My God, I know he's going to turn it out because, look, if there wasn't no Isham, there sure as hell wouldn't be no Kid Rock. There wouldn't be no Eminem. There wouldn't be no ICP. Isham is the man who started it all, and don't you dare forget it.
I've met Isham a half a dozen times, and I've worked with everybody in this industry, but I get nervous around him because I've always thought of him as a musical genius.
He really is, man. I mean, like I said, if you get a chance to meet Prince, man, you met Isham, because he truly is a genius. He really is.
I mean, he basically had bullshit.
He started this wicked shit.
He started it with...
And this the motherfucking thanks he get?
He started it with some bullshit, equipment, just things that.
But he murdered it with that.
But he put out a fucking thing that took over a city, with stuff he bought from resale shops and shit. You know what I mean? Like, he fucking put out what is it called? The infamous red tape.
The red tape, man. Booming words from hell. I mean, that right there is just amazing, and I'm so happy that I'll be getting to see my brother Isham again. I'm looking forward to seeing KRS-One, like you mentioned earlier. I am so looking forward to, and this is mind-blowing, but getting to see my homie Ouija Mac again in his element at the gathering is going to be off the hook, man.
Ouija Mac, I've seen him 100 times, and he kills it different every single time. And that's what I respect about him. He's a real great showman. And, they announced today the Hatchet Man Project is performing, and that's a band that...
we broke.
Another thing, a lot of the artists
we broke
on the
them
gathering,
right here.
If you look, there are RoX-TV articles about those artists.
Many a long time ago.
Yes, we were always onto it before everyone else.
Yes.
But the Hatchet Man Project is a group
Horror 666.
Scythe Gang, yeah. But
yes,
the Hatchet Man Project's a bunch of real ass musicians. Like, these guys can jam the drums, the guitar. No one's half-assing it. And they're doing Dead Body Man, and they're doing a couple other classics. And they're doing it justice. I am very picky about covers. It's got to have their own flavor, but it has to do the original justice.
So true. It really is.
You can't butcher somebody's song and get any respect.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this about the gathering of the Juggalos is that it's one of those things throughout the year that everyone waits for and everyone's excited for. This year is no exception. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be so much fun. I can't When I got my itinerary, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be chilling with the Juggalos once again. Because I don't really get to do that a whole lot now that I'm older. But, bro, the gathering you can't miss.
I'm very excited for it. Feel free to approach us, talk to us when you see us out, because you know what? RoX-TV loves you like you love us.
It's true. Let me tell you something, Juggalos, in this real talk. I'm gonna say this. When I came over to RoX-TV, I looked at Bob Rox and I listened to him. I just kept my mouth shut and my ears open, and I listened to him. And I heard the respect that he has for the Juggalos of the world. And I heard the respect that he has for women and men of the world. I just listened to how he respects all cultures of the world. And I said, this is one cat that I got to get down with. I have to get down with. And I'm proud to say that I'm here, RoX-TV, OG Rude Boy, yes, I'm here. And man, I ain't going nowhere. And guess what? We're bringing back all the flavor. We're bringing back the fix. We're bringing back Rudy Goes. We're bringing back, bro.
Rudy Goes ain't gone nowhere, but
I
get what you're saying.
But
more
you know,
episodes are coming.
But you know what we really are bringing back? We are bringing back the love for the underground.
And it's the underground that we love, and that's why we lift people up. And we're going to be doing more episodes of a lot of things. Big Time Memories. I'll break some news for you. We're about to take our summer break and be back in September.
We don't take no summer break.
Well, no, not that.
They do.
Big Time Memories as a show. No, we're actually about to be buckling down and filming a whole season of Dankish Treats and Eats.
Yes.
And look for Rudy on there to sample some of those treats and eats.
Man. And by the way, DJ Dankish from Toledo, Ohio, is going to be a part of Chicano Fest. He is the king of the cumbia down in Toledo. Let's see how he does in Detroit.
Let's see if he can hold his throne.
Or take a throne in Detroit.
Yeah, exactly.
And
he could be the king of cumbia, Midwest king of cumbia.
Right, he'll be walking around with 2 crowns.
We're also going to be, we're going to be bringing some new content, some new ideas.
Cruising the Barrio's coming back, you guys.
Cruising the Barrio. Yes. Cruising the Barrio from RoX-TV headquarters, not Cave Radio. Because Cruising the Barrio, like everything else, has to grow and expand and change. And we're going to try some new things for the show. We're going to see if we can get these guys on video sometime.
We're going to do that for sure.
But we are bringing back the radio show.
That's right. Cruising the Barrio. So excited.
And why is it not back? I'm going to be real honest with you. We are so packed this summer with festival bookings. We really are. With wrestling festival bookings, with filmings. Like, a lot of these things are going to come in the fall because we're busy making magic.
Bob, make sure to tell them, man, to come see you and say hi to you at Taco Fest, bro.
Come say hi to me at Taco Fest. Come
this
buy
weekend.
Me a taco. I'm going to be there helping with International Big Time Wrestling and Cruising the Barrio. We're providing a lot of entertainment.
This guy I'm helping, man, he's a part of it. Man, don't let this
I'm not saying I'm doing it all, but
he is International Big Time
I'm
Wrestling.
The on-site
he is
technical
Cruising the
advisor.
Barrio. He is Bobby Rox. We love you guys. Hey, thank you guys for chilling with us tonight. Thank you for cruising with us tonight. Anybody got to say any goodbyes or anything real quick?
Anya wants her book signed. Colton says Esham's
bring it to the gathering, Anya.
Esham's going to tear the place down. LB says no Eminem, no ICP. if Esham didn't exist, and Kid Rock was inspired. So it's like the big three in Detroit were all inspired by one man.
Yep.
Let's see. Colton says JCW at the Gathering, ? There's
yes,
JCW
it is.
coming.
Yeah, Bloody Mania, the final night.
And I'll be there because I want to witness it. I like JCW. I think they are a very, very entertaining fucking wrestling company. And I don't want to miss a moment. Underground is better than living your mainstream home. That is true. It is true.
Agree with that. Bobby,
Rudy
any final words?
Yeah.
Wait, no, don't tell him what I told you.
Rudy told me he once moved to the rich, nice area, but his heart wasn't in it, so he went back to Southwest Detroit.
It's true.
And
I lived in Livonia, Michigan for 1 year, and I said, this ain't for me.
And that's what that statement reminded me of. He was like, I want my underground life. I want my normal life. But I do want to announce this. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We're doing this show every 2 weeks. And the next episode, Rudy? The music episode.
The music episode. You do not want to miss. You never want to miss Rudy. Ask Rudy anything. Because you can ask me anything.
And we're going to be talking a lot about our favorite and least favorite musicians and experiences at concerts and
Bobby,
things like that.
Real quickly, say goodbye to whoever you want to say goodbye to.
Bye, Mom.
Cruising the
RoX-TV.
Cruising the RoX-TV joint. Of course, it's me, Rudy. We like to thank you guys for joining us. You could be anywhere in the world, and you were right here with us, and we don't take that lightly. And one thing that I want to tell you and tell all of our friends and family, we're not here for a long time. No. We are here for a good time. Yes. Be good to one another. Take care of one another. That's Bobby RoX. I'm Rudy Hill.